What's going on? This is John Ivins with AB Audio. If I could only have one third-party plugin, it would be a reference plugin. My favorite happens to be this one here by Mastering the Mix, but they're all going to get the job done pretty much the same. The reason being is that this is the plugin that is going to help me keep my perspective fresh, and fresh perspective, in my opinion, is the most important aspect of getting great mixes and masters. So I'm going to give you my 3 best tips for keeping your perspective fresh, as well as showing you the 8 versions of this song, going from the original Muddy Mess to the final polished finished track. All right, tip number 1, get together several of your favorite commercial tracks, ideally in a somewhat similar genre as the track you're working on. And before you start your session, hop around between the pro tracks for just a minute or two. And then when you switch over to your track, write down as many notes as possible. Tip number 2, work in shorter sessions. Instead of working for a few hours at a time, just work for 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and just blast through those notes. Like, work as fast as you can, and you're going to get way more done and make way better decisions. And tip number 3, bounce the end of every session when you're done, and then check those older versions, especially the last version, often. I can't tell you how many times that I've worked on a track for an hour or so, only to blind A/B to the previous version and find out that the previous version is better. Luckily, there's usually at least 1 or 2 things that I know that I improved, so I'll save those and go back, duplicate the previous version, update those few things, and then probably be done for the day and come back to it the next day. And it's super helpful in general to have these versions, because when you're just kind of clicking around real fast, you can hear things like, oh, maybe I really like the snare. I had a really good snare sound in 9.3, and then you can just update that snare in the new version. Or, oh, the cymbals were sounding pretty good in 9.5, but then 9.6, they got a little too bright and even brighter, and then you dial them back. Super helpful to be able to hop through old versions for a lot of different reasons. So let me go ahead and show you the track from start to finish. Original is the final version. So we'll start with 9.0. So as you can hear, other than the first couple versions, it's really just kind of subtle, cleaning things up little by little. And that's what you want to do. You want to keep it simple. You want to make sure you're always checking your previous versions and making progress and not false progress where, you're processing way too much, doing way too many plugins, and things kind of sound better, but they also kind of sound just different. Just keep it simple, work fast, and get on to the next track. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.